Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Right. Hare Krishna Ishan. Hare Krishna De. Aryan and Shivani there with me. And here we go. We go Suresh. Let's start with Mangalacharan and then we shall continue. ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानजनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथवितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सवधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखावितंश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कंच गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशितारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण everyone. So good to have you all. And let's resume our sessions back. Just to let everyone know that this session is getting broadcast live. Usually what we do, we record the session, then we upload it. But now we are using the account where could we could broadcast live, right? So that saves a bit of time, but it's my responsibility to let each and every one of you know that you are live on YouTube, so you guys know about it. All right. Hare Krishna. And I'm looking around. Krishna Chaitanya is not in today, right? So anyone else would like to do Narsimha Dev's Aarti?
Yeah, I can do.
Sure. Haribol. Sure. Suresh, would you
Na,
like to start, please?
yeah. Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Prahlad Daine.
Prahlad
Hiranyakasipur Vakshila.
Hiranyakashipu Vakshaha.
Shilatanika Nakhalai.
Shilatanika Nakalai.
Ito Narsimha Parito Narsimho.
Ito Narsimha Parito Narsimha.
Yato Yato Yami Tato Narsimha.
Yato yato yami tato Narsimha.
Bahir Narsimho, Hriday Narsimho.
Ahe Narsimha, Hirde Narsimha.
Narsimham Adim Saranam Prapade.
Narasimhadim Sharanam Prapade.
Tav Kar Kamal Vare Nakham Adbhut Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bhringam.
Tav kar kamal vare nagam adbhut shringam dalitai annakashipu tanu bringam.
केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
केशव देता नर हरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
जय नरसिंह महादेव जय नरसिंह देव जय नरसिंह देव जय नरसिंह देव
जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव.
जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज.
नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल
Jai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Narsimhadev ki jai,
Prabhuji,
ki jai, Srila
Prabhuji.
Prabhupada ki jai, Gurudev Maharaj ki jai, Bhaktivinoda ki jai.
Prabhuji,
Yes, Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna. How are you?
sorry I was late. I was just playing basketball.
Oh, right, okay. Of course, we understand. And that's the reason we kind of where we were 5 p.m., we moved it to 6 because we know it's a much longer day outside. So a lot of kids, they prefer to play, which is great because a lot of time, well, for a long time we were in. So it's really good to go out. So thank you so much, Krishna Chaitanya, to be with us, even though we know you might be a bit tired playing, but we were missing you. But Kana did the Narsimha Dev's Aarti, which was really great. Would you like to do Hare Krishna Mahamantra, please?
And could I just catch my breath a little?
Sure. So sorry. Thank you so much. You catch your breath. Such a great phrase. Somebody else. And I was thinking.
Can I do it?
Yes, please. Adi, go for it.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Adi. So nice. Somebody else would like to?
Prabhuji, can I do it?
Yes, please, Shivani, go for it.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Shivani. Somebody else would like to do one more devotee 3 times Hare Krishna Mahamantra recitation. Who would like to? Avika. Hare Krishna. Good to have you. Would you like to do Hare Krishna Mahamantra?
Yes.
Please, go on.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hey Krishna. Thank you so much, Avika. You have such a nice musical voice. Even though your meter, when we recite, then different devotees, they sing, or what we say, recite in different meters. So sometimes it go fast, sometimes it go a bit slow. But your meter was so melodious. Thank you so much, Avika. Really enjoyed that. Thank you. So thank you, Kana. Thank you, Adi, Shivani, and Avika.
Prabhuji,
Krishna. Yes, please.
can I do it?
All right, sure. Go on, Adi.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much,
Hare
Dad.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare. Thank you so much, Ave. You indeed are very blessed because you have the taste of the Mahamantra. And the taste of the Lord is very, very, very rare. A lot of times, a lot of people, they do a lot of pious, good activities to get that taste, and it's not guaranteed that if you will do the good karma, then you will get the taste. But mercy of the devotees, wishes of the Vaishnavas, you get it. And certainly you do have it. So thank you so much, Adi. It's so great to be with you, all of you guys. All right, okay, great. Let's move on. Before we move on, though, I have a question to ask. Right. So, when we all were singing, and we usually sing, sometimes we say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Sometimes we say Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo. So maybe instead of Rama, we might say Ramo. Instead of Krishna, we might say Krishna. Does it matter? So somebody said that when we take the name of the Lord, a lot of people, they have different benefits. So sometimes people say, oh, I chant and I feel the blessings. I feel the blessings. I feel the calmness. All my stress and anxiety goes away. And somebody else says that, well, I don't get the peace, but when I chant in the morning, definitely I know that something good is going to happen in my life. But then somebody else says, what if you will not chant nicely? So there was a devotee who chanted for a while and he got so many benefits, and then all those benefits, they stopped. And then what he did, he thought that maybe he's not chanting nicely and that's why he's not getting benefited. So do you think if instead of Rama, somebody will chant Ramo, will that make any difference?
No, because the gods have multiple names.
I also think
Haribo.
yes, it will make a difference because it's a different sounding and it won't be the same mantra.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Adi. And Devesh or Devika would like to say something? Devika.
This is Devika speaking. I think the answer is no, it doesn't matter because you could say Bhagwanji's name anyhow, but the God will know that you're referring to him.
Haribo. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Devika. Avika, yes, please.
Everybody have different styles to say to God. That's
Yeah.
why.
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you, Avika. So Avika's answer is correct. Devika's answer is perfect. And Adi and Nirik, your answers were great, to the point. And Aryan sitting behind me, he would like to say something as well.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. Doesn't matter however you say it. If you say it for the good purpose, it's gonna go to Krishna. He's gonna recognize that you're saying it for the good.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
for the benefit of all, if in case you couldn't hear, Aryan said that if you're saying it, if you're reciting the Maha Mantra with a good heart, pure intentions, the purpose is good, then God is going to recognize it. And that's so true if you think about it. That in your family, if you have mom and dad, if instead of mom, one day you will say mummy, or you will say mother, or you will say dad, daddy, we got Papa, Pitaji. You know, do you think that the father will not listen, saying, "Oh, why are you not calling me
Or
like
you could
that?"
also say Anna for Mama.
Yes, true, very true. Yes, very well. So yeah, and another analogy, the another example which we can understand is if any sweet you like. So it could be gulab jamun, it could be jalebi, it could be rasgulla, or it could be a cake. Any of those things, if you think about, then doesn't really matter what you call it. So instead of cake, if you will say it's not a cake, it's instead of cake, you will say what? I'm thinking instead of cake, what will you say? If it's a cake, you will say cake, right? But let's say if instead of cake, you will say this is a flower. Eat it. Yeah.
This is David speaking. You can also call it a pastry.
Yes, I was actually about to say pastry, but then I thought somebody might pick me up saying that, well, we know pastry and cake is very similar. So I wanted to pick very different thing, but thank you, Devesh. You're right. Yes, yeah. So we could say pastry, but instead of pastry or cake, we will say something else like flower, like book. Yeah. Okay, Aaron said gâteau. That's apparently in French, we call cake as gâteau. So it doesn't really matter what you call it. The person will eat it and person will get it, right? And this is what it is with the name. And then another thing is somebody says, oh, well, in Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, so there are actually 3 words, Hare, Krishna, and Rama. So these 3 words are getting repeated and there's 16. Okay, Avika, you got your hands up?
I was telling about the first one which you were talking about, that what can we call cake and or somebody?
Yes. Yes.
We can call it cupcake too.
We can call it cupcake, of course. Yeah, cupcakes are also there. Thank you so much, Avika. And tell you what, today is Ekadashi. And today is I forgot the name, Mohini Ekadashi. So each Ekadashi has a name. Maybe we will do a presentation on Ekadashi. But we will see. We will see, because Ekadashis are very nice. We should perform fast. We call it fast because on Ekadashis, rather than spending time in the kitchen or eating, we should spend more time with Krishna, reading about Krishna, listening about Krishna, speaking about Krishna. And beautiful thing is we get 2 Ekadashis in a month. So every fortnight, every 2 weeks, we get 1 Ekadashi. So in 12 months, we get 24. And there's a time when we get a few extra because we get an extra month. But even though we get 2 every month and 24 in a year, each and every Ekadashi is a different Ekadashi. And there is a story behind it. Beautiful story, right? Okay. Adi is saying, what do you do on it? When? How? Right. Okay. Thank you. So Adi has asked a direct question to me. So maybe you can't see, but he sent in the chat, which Adi loves doing it. So Adi's question is when we do it. Adi, we do it. So today is Ekadashi. So since morning until tomorrow morning, we will do the fast. So when we say fast, there are certain things we don't eat. And you can ask your parents as well. Otherwise, we will share more. What we will do, maybe next time, whenever the Ekadashi is coming, we will try to put something together and we will share it.
Say, when did you do it? I said on chat.
Okay.
I said in chat, what do you do on it?
Uh-huh.
what do you do on it?
Okay. Okay, what do you do on Ekadashi? And then you said when. Okay, so today we do it, and what do we do it on it? The main thing
No, I
is,
meant when. Is it twice? When is it twice?
yes. So yeah, twice a month we do it. So today we are doing it, and then in 2 weeks time, we will do it again. Right? So every 15 days we do Ekadashi. And okay, oh, great. Prabhuji, I guess, saying that my voice is not clear here, but on YouTube, my voice is much clearer. And I would expect other way around, that here on Zoom, it should be much clearer. And on YouTube, it might not be clearer because YouTube is getting broadcasted, but I'm live here and but it happens. You know, technology really works. But I'm glad you're able to hear. So yes, Ekadashi. Ekadashi. So I will give you, well, if you like, I can give you a quick story on today's. But Adi said that what do we do on Ekadashi? Then it's really good to discuss Ekadashis. Why? Because Ekadashis are very dear to the Lord. You know, it's like if your father's birthday is there, and if you will ask daddy, what do you want on your birthdays? Or daddy reads books, then you know what kind of, maybe Krishna book is the favorite book of your daddy, of your father. And then you will say, okay, daddy, can I read Krishna book for you? Then, you know, the father is going to get happy because that's his favorite book. And that's the one you're reading. So similarly, Ekadashi is very dear to Krishna. And when devotees hear about Ekadashi's stories and what do we do? What Adi said, what do we do? There are few things which we don't eat. So one thing is grains. So anything made up of grains. So from Indian culture, if we eat chapatis or if we have rice, we don't have these two things. Rice and grains, they are kind of forbidden. And there's a scientific reason behind it, why we don't eat it. But these two main things, and there are many more things, and there are a lot of things which we can. Once a Prabhuji and Mataji in Dubai, they visited our place. So I was in Dubai for a while. They visited us and they gifted us such a thick book. And it's a recipe book. And all those recipes, now I can't remember, and the book is downstairs at the moment, but I bet you there must be around 200 recipes in that book. What we can make on Ekadashis. And Ekadashi's dishes are beautiful. But that's not the point. The point is we will not spend a lot of time. A lot of people, they don't eat anything. They just eat fruits or they just drink water. Sometimes they only drink water. Sometimes they don't even drink water. So there are few Ekadashis which are really only to drink water. And that's what we do. We only drink water on that. Or sometimes we don't even drink waters. But then the idea is the time we save cooking and not eating, we spend that time in Krishna's service. Avika, yes, please.
I was telling that it's night in Dubai, so I need to go to sleep. Can I leave?
Okay, sorry, what did you make?
I said that in Dubai it's night. So can I leave because I need to sleep?
Okay, sure, Vika. Thank you so much. We know you are 3 hours ahead us. So yes, by all means, if you like to have your dinner, if you like to even leave us, that's okay. Or you could let us, if you're eating, you could listen in the background. Thank you so much, Avika. So good to have you after a long time.
Bye.
Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Avika. All right, okay. So let me check with Kana. Kana, would you like to do the story you have?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Am I
How-
audible?
Sorry, Kana, would you like me to stop the sharing and yeah? Adi is singing. Adi loves singing. Okay, all right. Tell you what I will do, I will stop the sharing. Okay. Kana, I'm going to put myself on mute.
Yes, sure.
Over to you now.
Thank you. Yeah, I cannot share a screen. It says only host.
Try that now, Kana.
Oh.
Yes. Great.
Yeah, now can. Thank you. Yeah. So Hare Krishna to all, and thank you so much, Prabhuji, for giving me this opportunity to speak on Lord Goddess Devi Sita ji. So on 21st May, I think you all know that there is a festival called Sita Navami, and the significance of Sita Navami is that it's the birth date of Devi Sita ji. So I am here to present a small story, I can say that I tell about how Sita ji appears. Okay, so in Ram Yug, and what about I listen or I read through Ramayana personally. So in Ramayana, Maharishi Valmiki spoke in own words that Sita is known as the noble story of the Ramayana. And so I started with introduction of Raja Janak. So King Janak was the wise and very, very kind king, and we can say that 70% king of Janakpuri, or we can name called Mithila. He is the king. He was the king of the Janakpuri. So he was a great saint. He was very wise. His way of living is like a saint. And on that yuga, he was the only king that he lived a life like a saint. And although he was a king, but he never do do some he never fight with other kingdoms. That's a main point. Means he always tried to, whenever someone attack on his kingdom, he tried to he tried to not fight with them, right? So he was very kind. So on that time, once upon a time in Matla, so there was a scarcity of water, right? Means all from 12 years there was no rain in Mithila. All the people of kingdom very, very sad that all King Janak personally was very sad that how the kingdom was with how kingdoms people of kingdom live without water. All the things were going very wrong in a wrong way. So so he goes to his Maharishi to find the way how what he performed that to happy the king Indra, that the he could give rain. Am I audible to?
Yes, you are. Yes.
Yeah,
If you can
my
maximize your slide, that will help, Kana. Please.
yeah, actually I cannot find any material.
All right. Okay, no worries. But because you have the slide on the right hand side at the bottom, you could just maximize it.
Yeah, okay.
Hare Krishna. Please.
So so, so Maharishi said to Raja Janak that you have to perform a yajna. So he decided to perform a yajna. So for yajna, he have to perform a yajna. He have to plow a small piece of land. So Raja Janak go to plow a piece of land. So when he performing to when he plowing the field, a piece of land, so suddenly his yoke was stuck in the on at point. So what happened that he tried to pull off, but he could not. So he sat down there and he dig the where he her yoke, or we can in India we say hal or sheath. So he found that here a golden cascade. So he take from the earth, and that's where he found a beautiful girl, Sita. So by by see the beautiful girl on that golden cascade, all the people gathered here on Yagna, and Raja Janak also was overjoyed. So, and by the birth of Sita, or because her name, why he called Sita, because his he he she she means she take by the sheath. When Raja Janak plowing a field, he plowing by the instrument used to plowing a field called sheath. So that's why her name was Sita. And also in the kingdom of Raja Janak, raining also come, and by birth of Sita, all the things in the kingdom was going very joyful. All the things going in the right way. The people are joyful of the Mithila. So that's the story of parents of Devi Sita. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Kana. So nice. So nicely done. Haribo. Thank you so very much. Great. And I will share here, and I will share in the WhatsApp group as well. So everyone will have the link, and then you can read that story in full at home. But very quickly, I can tell you that story. What happens? Thank you so much. Who got this whiteboard up? Is it Adi or Kana? Okay, Adi is really good. Adi and Krish Chaitanya, they love doing it. All right. Anyone knows today's story? Ekadashi's story? No. Maybe no. Anybody knows the name of today's story? No. Maybe no. Okay. Jai is just joining. Let Jai's audio joining. All right. Okay. We got. All right. Okay. People are trying different things, which is good. Devotees love it. Okay. So as I was saying, Hare Krishna Tanmay, Hare Krishna Jai. Jai is also here. Yes. Great. Hare Krishna. Good to have you, Jai. So very quickly, Hare Bol. Hare Krishna Tanmay. So very quickly, just to let you know, today is Mohini Ekadashi. So every Ekadashi, now you might have remember I mentioned in the past, Adi, you can stop that or you can write Krishna there if you like. But Ekadashis, Eka is Ekadashi. Eka is 1, Dashi is 10. So 10 plus 1 is 11. So this is the 11th day, which is Ekadashi. And then in lunar calendar based on moon, we have 15 days. So we have 15 days of waning, 15 days of waxing. So moon increases its sign from no moon to full moon and from full moon to no moon. And this keeps going on. So 15 days from no moon to full moon and from full moon to no moon. 15 days up, 15 days down. This is the whole month of 30 days as per the lunar calendar, as per the Hindu calendar. Right. Now what happens? Now all these days, they go from 1 to 15 and there are names in Sanskrit. So Ekadashi is the name of the 11th day. So specifically on 11th day, we fast, and every 11th day, so the first 15 days, we will have one 11th day. The second set of 15 days, we have another 11th day. Each and every 11th day is called Ekadashi, and each and every Ekadashi is different, and there is a specific name for it. So today's Ekadashi's name is Mohini. Now, Mohini is the name of one of the incarnation of Lord, and there's a beautiful story behind it. But we will not go into the Mohini incarnation. We will very briefly go into the story of Mohini Ekadashi, that what are the benefits, what are the significance of this? How do we know about it? So what happens? There was a father. Thank you, Adi. There was a father, and the father was trying to raise the children, but one of the son was very naughty. And I can give you his name. His name was Drishta Buddhi. Now, Buddhi is intelligent, Drishta is like the bad. So his name itself was that, but forgot. Well, it's not an easy name to remember. But remember, his son was not a good boy. And then one day, his father figured out that he's doing very bad thing, and his father got very unhappy with him, very angry, furious, and he said, I'm going to throw you out of my house. And then he did that. So the father kicked the boy out, and well, I say boy, but he was a man. So he went out and he was miserable because so far he was in the shelter of his father, but not anymore. Now what happens? Now what happens that he's going around and around and around, and he trying to figure out what he can do, but he could not. He started doing many bad things. But because of some pious deeds, some good karma, he came into touch of one of a muni, a sage, and his name was Kaundinya Muni. Now again, don't worry if you can't remember. Why not boarding school? Okay, Adi is saying, why not boarding school? Well, he was a bit bigger than boarding school. But yes, you're right, Adi, that sometimes parents, they put the kids into boarding school if they are doing naughty things. But he was a bit bigger than. He was like a university boy, right? So this boy or man, he got into touch in the association of this Muni. And then he asked Muni that, what could I do? Like the word is atonement. Atonement in Hindi, we call it pashyatap. which is basically saying that how can I feel sorry? Can I do something to get rid of all my bad things? Now imagine if there is a thief who has been stealing things for a month, and at the end of the month, if the thief will go to the police and say that, well, what can I do to get rid of all my sins? Well, do you think police, what the cops will do, what the court will do? They're going to throw him in the jail, right? Well, there is nothing you can do. Of course, you got to return everything you have stolen. And this is what materially happens. But in spiritually, there are many things you can do. And then that rishi, that sage, that muni suggested to him to perform a fast on this Ekadashi. That if you will,
Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Govinda. Hare Bol, so good to hear you. Hare Krishna. Okay, Govinda is the younger brother of Krishna Chaitanya. So good to hear from you. Now, it says that the one who does the Ekadashi fast gets so many benedictions. But those who even hear.
Prabhuji,
Yes, please, Krishna Chaitanya.
is it? Wait, what? Oh no, sorry.
Okay, so the one who even hears this story gets a lot of benediction. And these kind of benediction, now what is benediction? Imagine, well, in simplicity, keeps the benefit, the mercy, the blessings. You know, when being the kid, we touch the feet of our elders and they give us a lot of blessings. Because of those blessings, something happens. We don't even deserve, but we get those things, right? We don't deserve, but we get it. It says the devotion cannot be achieved. It cannot be acquired. It is received, which means we cannot do anything after which we can say, come on, we deserve devotion. No, it's given to us. But who gives it? Well, the one who got it. And who got it? Devotees. Devotees got devotion, and devotees, they give devotion to us. How? For example, if I know the story, I'm sharing with you. And maybe on this day, I will invite somebody else to my home. Well, in England, now it has started. We can start calling people. We can call devotees on this day and we can serve them. And then they will give us a lot of benedictions, a lot of blessings. And they are very, even though we should not call them just to get the benedictions, we should call them to serve them. Because Krishna has said that those devotees who serve my devotees, they are even more dearer to me. It's like if I have two kids and they always ask, Daddy, what can I do for you? I'll say, well, you love with each other. That's it. That will do for me. You don't need to do anything for me. But if you two will not fight with each other, then that will make me happy. So it's like if Aryan will take care of Shivani, Shivani will take care of Aryan, then they are not doing anything directly for me, but indirectly they are, because they are living together in harmony. So Devesh and Devika living in harmony, Krishna Chaitanya and Govinda living in harmony, Kana got a sister, if they are living together in harmony, then we can understand that Nirik and Mana, they've been living in harmony. So we can understand the parents are happy, that the kids are happy. So all the devotees as a family, if we live with, when I say harmony, in peace, helping each other, then Krishna being the supreme father gets very happy, very, very happy. And of course, what we get almost everything we need, not what we want, but what we need. And a lot of stories are around there, the devotees' realization, the devotees share. So this is one of those stories. Now what we'll do, has any one of you ever done this in your life? Would you like to share that you said, okay, I will pray to Krishna if I will get that, anything? Or maybe you prayed to get something. So there are two kinds of things people do. Sometimes they say, if I get that, then I will believe Krishna is there. Or sometimes we say that if Krishna is there, then Krishna needs to make these things happen. And I will share my slide back again, and I'm checking as well, 9 minutes. There's so many stories we can feel enlightened with. But coming back to the journey of self-discovery, what we have been discussing, in this, we said in this material soul, every soul is trying to imitate God. Bhagavad Gita chapter 15, the very first verse says that in this material world, there is a tree, and in the water, there is a reflection. So that there is a real tree and there is a reflection. Imagine if on the real tree we have the fruits, right? The mangoes are there. Mangoes are very delicious, or the oranges or apples, whichever is your favorite fruit. Now, if you will try, you will see all those mangoes, apples, oranges on the tree in the water. If you try to get hold of those fruits in the water, from the reflection, we will never get anything. We will be miserable. Why? Because we see it's there, but we can't get it. Right? If it's not there, we just say it's not there. But if it's there and we don't get it, we feel miserable. And this is what material world is. So everything, why do we want to love each other? If you see, it says, doesn't really matter whether we are living in America, in England, in Paris, in Germany, in China, Russia, India, anywhere. Doesn't really matter where we're from, or which language we speak, or which color skin we have, which religion we follow. There's one particular thing everyone wants or likes to be, which is to love others and to be loved by others, isn't it? There is no one who will say, okay, you hate me and I like it. No, nobody likes to be hated. All right. There's a very, very quick story about, so what we're saying here, what we see on this slide, there's a professor who was atheist, and he said to the students, come on, who is the one here who believes in God? And one child said, I do, I believe in God. And said, whoa, can you see God? Say, no. Can you eat God? Can you smell God? Can you touch God? No. Well, that means God is not there. This is called direct perception. There's a method in scientific experiments, direct perception. If you cannot direct perceive anything, you cannot touch, you cannot feel, then that means that thing is not there. And another student got up and he said, sir, you're very intelligent. Do you have intelligence? And the sir said, of course, I'm intelligent. That's why I'm your teacher. And it's because I have intelligence. Then that student said, but sir, we can't see your intelligence. We can't touch your intelligence. We can't feel your intelligence. Does that mean your intelligence is not there at all? And the teacher was scratching his head and thinking. And the student said, well, because of direct perception. And this is what we have discussed before in this series, that our direct perceptions are very limited based on our senses. Yes, Adi says, I believe in God. Of course, because even if logically we think, we can understand there is a supreme God somewhere, supreme creator who has created all those things. And it's amazing the way our scriptures, they explain these things to us. So we have discussed that we are bound by three modes of material nature: goodness, passion, ignorance. And Bhagavad Gita is actually full of that. And recently I printed a page and we were discussing that in Bhagavad Gita chapter 17, I believe, chapter 17, verse 8, 9, 10. These three verses in Bhagavad Gita explains about the food in mode of goodness, food in mode of passion, food in mode of ignorance. So see, if you read Bhagavad Gita, the food we eat, we can understand if this food is good for us or not. If we will eat something which is very spicy, which is very hot, you will see we will start moving because it's full of passion. If we eat junk food, it's going to be harmful for our body. Why? Because it's mode of ignorance. And then if we eat healthy, juicy, fresh vegetable, fresh fruits, that's good for our health. Why? Bhagavad Gita explains this, because this is mode of goodness. we are going to get the goodness out of it. Now, this is what material world is. We are in jail. We need to, okay, this is in Sanskrit. This is the place we live in. This is temporary and this is full of miseries. So we will discuss this further. We have already discussed it a bit, that we are in material world, and doesn't really matter how much we get what. We can get the power, we get the money, we will get the beauty, we can get the renunciation, any opulence, any benefits we get, they all are temporary. And we can think of the wealthiest person last week is not wealthiest anymore. And many wealthy people, they have committed suicide. Why? Because the wealth did not make them happy. We can buy the comfort, but we cannot buy the happiness. And this place is actually described as, the word itself was dukhalya. This is the words used in Bhagavad Gita. Dukhalya is, dukh is sad, the sorrowness. So this is what it is. And there's only one way to rectify, and that is if you understand the purpose of creation. It's like another example, and I will end with that if you go to the shopping mall and then we just forget why we are here, and we just start enjoying the things there. Oh, how long we can enjoy? We can only enjoy until the end of the day, because then the shop will be closed and we will be kicked out. But if you remember, we are there to shop. We will come, maybe we are there for the dress, we are there for the pastries, we are there for the flowers for the God. We just get them and go out. So we do need to understand the purpose behind everything. Haribol, thank you. Great. Thank you so much. I think this is a great time to stop now. I'll stop the sharing. Thank you so much, dear devotees. I look forward to see you next week, where try to do a bit more on Narsimha Dev, because Narsimha Dev's Chaturthi is coming. Narsimha Chaturthi, and we will discuss a lot more about Narsimha Dev. Okay, if anyone would like to create any presentation or would like to share the stories on Narsimha Dev, that will be great. Feel free to do that. Okay, and I look forward to welcome you next week.
Speaking, what is the Chaturthi?
Chaturthi is 4, Devika. So remember I said, well, I didn't say all, but 1 to 15. So Ekadashi is 11 and Chaturthi is 4. So the 4th day is going to be the Narsimha Dev's appearance. We don't, so for the Lord, for the God, so there are many incarnations, like we did 10 incarnations, Matsya, Vara, Narsimha Dev, Vaman Dev, Pashurama, and in that, there was one particular thing that all of these, they don't take birth, because the God does not get born. God appears, right? Because God never dies. Somebody who dies takes the birth, so the body takes the birth. So that's why we say. I will in the WhatsApp group, I will send more information about Narsimha Chaturthi, and then try to listen a bit. And then next week, we will discuss Narsimha Dev's Chaturthi and what we do, how Narsimha Dev appeared. We did that, a brief one in the past when the devotees did. I think Tanmay also did it, Rohan did it, Arvind did it. So we can do, I think, maybe that presentation, or we will create on a new one. But feel free, if anyone would like to share a bit more on Narsimha Dev, and we do Narsimha Arti every day. Well, after Arti, we always do it. So it's very, very significant why we should do it. And Narsimha Dev came for Prahlad Maharaj, for a little baby, not a baby, sorry, 5 years old. And which is like, if you think about more or less of your age, right? I know some of you are older than 5, but the point is not for a big grown up, but for a child he came. And it's very, very nice, very nectarian. So we will discuss that. Okay, great. Thank you for that question, Devika. Very nice. So Hare Krishna, everyone. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gurudev Maharaj.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. All the blessings for everyone. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Look forward to see you next Saturday.